This is to you, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, for taking away 3 hours of our life.
What in the literal fuck was that? Hey, can we now blame pretty much everybody on the team that last name starts with a B? Bowles,
Brady.
Oh, I'm sorry, not last name, but name. And Byron. Bowles, the 3 Bs.
The killer bees.
They're killing us for sure, dude. Hey, the Buccaneers, ladies and gentlemen, Bucs Report post-game show live from all over the world. We got Slick in the United Kingdom. We got my dumbass up here in Florida. We'll have AJ
Turnip. It's about booking time his ass turned up, so he'll turn up. I'm sure he will, as always. But what a game to watch. I mean, seriously, that was a clusterfuck of a clusterfuck. Now, I'm going to be a little bit harsh on referees here. There seemed a little bit of inconsistency here. Like, even when they were trying to explain stuff, I'm not saying we did not lose the game because of referee calls. I'd like to point that away. I'm not an England supporter. I don't blame referees for my trials and tribulations in my life. However, there was some questionable stuff going on, but we lost because we weren't freaking good enough, and they beat us in every facet. Now, dude, I said to my wife just before the game went off, I went, if I had to pick one thing that went well, Devin Tompkins. That's all I got. That's all I have. Devin Tompkins had no hesitation in anything that he did. Game ball to him for the longest return the Buccaneers had in quite a while, I guess.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and make it a tandem, just to be a dick here, and we'll go with Devin Tompkins taking over for the recently cut, waived, released, whatever the hell you want to call it, Jalen Darden. But let's give our punter some credit. I'll say this:
he had plenty of work. I'm sure
plenty of work, and he didn't fuck up.
He didn't.
So there's that.
To be honest, do you really give Ryan Suckup that kind of a field goal? A career long?
Not when you see. That's the whole thing. It's not just that one scenario or that minute of the game or that brief moment of the game. It's the whole philosophy. You've got a rookie quarterback. Your first drive stall.
He didn't look like a rookie today, though, did he?
No. But the first play you dialed up a great blitz. They call the penalty because of the hit. Whatever.
Okay.
Anyway,
we're fine with it.
Yeah, you've got the ball near midfield. You fall short on third down. Every NFL coach worth their salt knows a rookie quarterback, pin them deep, have faith in my defense to basically force them 3 and out. And the Buccaneers didn't do that. They went for a field goal. They're like, oh, Ryan Suckup couldn't make it from 50 today at warm-ups, but we're going to try 55. It's like I'll say this, drawing plays up and doing all that stuff and running practice drills and all that, great, cool. But there's a lack of football IQ here. Like, there's a lack of common knowledge, common sense, common anything. I mean, I'll put it to you this way. All the questionable calls in the games prior where it was actually a game at some point, or at least close, right. This wasn't a game.
No, okay? We got the tar beat out of us.
Yeah, this was a lesson. It was a schooling. It was embarrassing.
Yep.
And if the coach comes up and says anything different than that, he needs to be called out. The media needs to go in on these guys. This is ridiculous.
Dude, I'm in 100% agreement. Like, I'm a huge fan of Coach Bowles, but he's, as far as I'm concerned, he is a defensive coordinator, and there's absolutely nothing wrong. Monty Kiffin made an entire career off it. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes when you shoot for the stars, you don't get out of the atmosphere and you get pulled straight back down to earth by gravity, and gravity fucks you the fuck up. And that's exactly what is happening with this Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the problem is, I'm going to add this here, you've got his biggest advocate as direct line, a special advisor to the GM. So I'm hoping Jason Light sat here going, we ain't going to win with this shit. I'm hoping the guy that Jason Light is sat there going, we can't win with this shit. I need to figure something out. And right now, we got the biggest. We got Coach Bowles. We got Leftwich's biggest advocate, and it's BA.
What's up, fellas? How y'all
My
doing?
bad. I just threw him right on screen and didn't say anything.
I reckon you have to do a few chest press before we
Hey, I know AJ's about to go up, but real quick before he does, because I'm gonna say this and go try to wrangle up some more people here for this. Just so we're clear, this team with all this talent,
yep.
The last 2 years, call it a pedigree, whatever you want to call it, that they've built for themselves. Right now, you've got, what are we in, week 13 or something like that? Week 14, somewhere around there? Anyway, you're 3/4 away through the season, and the Carolina Panthers, who have fired their coach and went on a fire sale trading people, are nipping at your heels in the division, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up.
When you put it like that, dude, that is fucked up.
That is. Hey, this is the time where we've had a couple minutes to ourselves, Slick, and I do appreciate the quality time, but let's rev up AJ here. AJ, I see you eating over there like Zeke Elliott, bro. Are you ready to spit mad fire?
Absolutely, I'm ready. I mean,
hey, he's doing the 1,000-yard stare, dude. He's about to assassinate someone's fucking career. All right, man. I'll be back.
All right, thanks, dude.
AJ.
Yeah.
Tell me, and I'm going to do this real. Tell me what you didn't fucking like. And don't say everything because we know that's the easy thing to do. But give me some specific, give me certain things you would like. That's dumb. That's dumb. Because I know you diagnosed this game. I know what you like. So tell me what you saw in this game that pissed you the fuck off.
Well, the first thing was stupid ass cushion defense. Once again, why in the fuck are you doing any cushion against a rookie who has no true experience? You have a good defense. Yet again, Bowles does the bend it don't break bullshit, and you're still getting bent over backwards and fucked in your ass. They got to stop that again. But we're gonna say this, and I try not to blame the officials, but the officials were fucking garbage. This shit felt like something that they wanted to do so Stephen A. and the rest of the sports media can keep constantly deep throating Purdy. This all that they were talking about the entire fucking game. He did not do anything fucking spectacular. They made him to be like the next Brady or some shit.
I know.
He took what the Bucs defense gave him,
and they gave him a lot.
And they gave him a lot. He didn't do anything special. But what pissed me off is the first sack that we had. That was bullshit. That was not roughing the passer. That this league needs to stop with this bullshit. He tapped him on his head like helmet. He didn't aim for his head. He just happened to be fucking short. He's not like 6'5". So that every time the Bucs got momentum or something going their way.
Yeah, there's some weird penalties going on. But I'm one because England, the soccer team, lost a game and they blame the referee. Unfortunately for them, this looks even worse. They had a penalty to equalize the game. They missed on the penalty, and now they're blaming the ref that they lost. You know what? The Buccaneers didn't lose because of poor officiating, and there was some poor officiating because it felt very one-sided, in my opinion. We lost the game because we sucked.
Yes, we did. We lost because the team in general played like what I call PAB, pussy-ass bitches. But at the same time,
we call them a PAB.
Yeah, the PAP, pussy ass bitches. Pussy ass bitches. But at the same time, the coaches were BMIDH. BMIDH stands for bitch made incompetent dickheads. Again,
wow, that's a long one.
Which threw the game away again with those fucking stupid ass HB draws. You're not going to establish a fucking run with this line. You don't have the interior linemen to get that kind of rhythm. You have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Russell Gage. You have Cade Otton. You have all these people in the arsenal, and yet you don't exploit the shit. You're supposed to say, fuck Bosa. If you want to help your lineman out, you chip him. They did not do that.
They did one or two chips, and the chips that did work looked pretty special. So we know that this guy can chip. And AJ, I know you're the world's biggest advocate to chipping because that your name should be AJ Chip Turner.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I get where you're coming from. And me and you have gone for, well, I would say hours, but if you add up all the time that me and you talked about this stuff, you could honestly say that chip and release, or a fake chip and release, a chip, and he's going to chip, and then you release and it's open, or you bring in the tight end and he does something and then he fake releases. There's so much stuff you can do. Why does it look so fucking easy for every other team putting fucking yards on us?
Again, you have a dumbass, special needs, bubblegum shrimp lip ass dummy in Byron Leftwich. Again, he has no intensity.
I'm glad you said it, because I don't think I'm quite.
Oh, I'll say it. I'll say it.
No,
right
but you're
now.
allowed to.
Yeah, exactly. I'm allowed to. His black ass sucks. And it ain't because he's just stupid. It ain't got nothing. In football, either you got it or you don't. There is no race involved in this. I understand in the past we've had our moments, and to the present we still have it. But right now, this is not that, folks. It is about coaching a team that has the team to win it all.
Yes, sir.
Have the arsenal to do it, and we're not fucking getting it done. And this is to the Glazers right now. If you don't fire someone or someone's not held accountable, you are the fucking problem. You are putting this team down the dumpsters, and you are kicking Brady out the fucking door. If you don't think that Brady is like, again, he has no ties to this organization. And the simple fact that you putting this type of shit on him, and I've heard that somebody said Bowles didn't have a chance to hire somebody. I don't want to hear that bullshit. You are the fucking coach. You could find somebody. You mean tell me you couldn't find anybody? Again, they played with no intensity from
hire somebody for what? A defensive coordinator?
No, offensive coordinator. Because apparently
he wanted fucking
exactly. That's what I'm
saying.
He
wanted Leftwich. They're a fucking parcel package. Do you think for a minute, AJ, me and you both know this, we're living in the real world right now.
Yep.
Do you think there's a scenario where Leftwich turns around and goes, you know what? Oh, sorry, not Leftwich, sorry. Bowles turns around and goes, I don't want Leftwich. He's not good enough. Do you think BA is going to let that slide?
Exactly.
Special advisor to the GM? Please.
It was a political, social, race card that was played that backfired. That's what happened. And the issue is you have to go with who is competent. It doesn't matter what color, because again, we've had shitty coaches in our past, black and white. It doesn't matter. If you're bad, you're just bad. And Byron was bad, but Bowles was, the defense was awful today. And you think, Bowles, why the fuck are you having Ryan Sucker pick a 55-yard when you know in his career he's the best he's done is 51? That showed me again, this team came in scared.
I'm desperate to take whatever point I can get. That's
exactly. Play like bitches. You played like bitches, and it's not even really most of the players. The coaches were the bitches today. Bowles was the big bitch. Byron was the big bitch because you came in here fucking scared of Bosa, Fred Warner. You were scared of that. You can tell. And even on defense, we lacked the physicality. There was no reason when McCaffrey ran that fucking ball, he should have been put on his ass, slammed to the ground, done whatever. At this point, if the refs are going to be that one-sided, you put the fear of God into these players. You know what? I don't give a fuck about what these refs say. Yeah, you won't make it out of here. You have to make them think, okay, you want them to be hesitant. They were not hesitant at all.
AJ, not to cut you off or anything. That's my philosophy going into the third quarter. I'm like, fuck these people. Let's just play our football, and if they call it, they call it. If they don't call it, they don't call it. Look, just be you, and be the best versions of you can possibly be, and let's get some momentum going. You know, it's not over till they say it's over, and I'm still a firm believer in that. I'm not saying the Buccaneers were going to win the game at all. I really don't think that was possible. However, we could have put some more respect on our name by dressing up the score a little bit, at least finding what worked. That didn't seem to happen. They seemed to have a handle on it. Didn't matter who they had in. There was just nothing going for this offense at all. It just felt like every time we had a break, it kind of ripped away. I mean, everything felt really difficult. And that's been the way for this Buccaneers team since day freaking one this season. And why is it so difficult? And I've always been, you know me, I'm the big advocate for using the width of the field. I don't like using the depth of the field because that dries up eventually. Yep. I want to use the width of the field because I want to exploit. Because guess what? When you're down the middle, it's equal. So now you're spreading everyone out, which is why you like the spread offense, right?
I love it. You spread offense because spread offense also tires out your defense. You want defenses moving all across the field. That is the point. And when you have the personnel to do it, Again, I didn't see any mismatch nightmares. I didn't see Scotty Miller going up the streak. I didn't see any no huddle going on. When we were down 14-0, that's when the offense should have went into a no huddle. That's when you get the tempo going and take them off, get them off. Again, Byron, every fucking time we got something going, he goes back to that dumbass HB draw. And it's like, dude, you're not scaring anybody with this shit. You're not thinking that dumbass screen pass to Chris Godwin. You need to throw that out.
It's written up. Me, you, your mama, your grand.
Yes.
The fuck's outside in the doors has never watched the game and sat there going, it's going to be a screen pass to Chris Godwin. We all know it. We know it. We know what's going to happen. Your offense is so freaking predictable because you've only had, and even if it's just predictable based off what he does, but here's the thing. When you only have success off a smaller number of plays, logic tells you, and this is a fact, when you watch film, you go, what did they hit big on? What do they like to do? What do they get success on? What do they like to do on third down? What do they like to do on first down? What is their go-to plays?
Yeah.
And that's how teams, and you've seen this, as the season gone on, more and more people, as Chris Godwin got better, the screenplays were more available because Chris Godwin's more healthier, right?
Yep.
But that means now you got guys jumping into that area because they see, Chris Godwin's got this little inside release straight off the bat. It's a clear tell. You're looking at it. This guy turns his hips straight off the ball, straight off the snap. I'm just fitting straight in. That's all I got to do. Fit in the middle of between them two. I'm done all day. It's not a problem. But I got something for you, AJ. I got a little something. I got a little something for you, and I know it's going to be hard for you to pick this. But maybe you watched the show, watch what we were talking about before. What was your only, and because I got one, what was your biggest good takeaway? Because there is one, in my opinion.
It was so hard to find. To be
it's
honest,
not offense.
Yeah, not offense. Defense. I actually was digging with Anthony Nelson. He looked really good. He played with intensity. That is the only thing that I could see because the secondary was shit. The linebackers, I take that back. The linebackers outside of Joe Trianca, because he's garbage. Everybody else, the linebacker
quarterback's here. He does this. He's over here. He's like way over there. Like
it's like my man. They teach you 101. Go to where you know the quarterback is going to anticipate. Why are you running all over the fucking area? Again, that is something that was pissing me off. Like it's like, and then him in the run is awful. He just cannot.
He can't fit. He can't
whatsoever. It's the only thing I got out of that is the linebacking core. They still were solid. Besides Joe, that's all I could see, and they did an excellent job.
No show Joe.
Yeah, no show Joe. Yeah, he's no show. I like that. No show Joe.
No show Joe.
No show Joe. So that's all I could see. To be honest, there was nothing. This was a despicable shit show that was just almost not worth my time. I was almost this close to just walking out completely.
I get you, brother. And here's where I went with it. Devin Tompkins. That guy was not scared when he got the ball. Every single time he ran and he took his lick, he took his hit, and that's what I mean. It wasn't special. Like he had a good return. He had that one good return that was really good, about like 45 or something like that.
Yep.
Late 30s, early 40s. That was really nice to see. And every time he got the ball, he did not care. That guy was like a man possessed.
Yep.
Now, granted, it didn't mean nothing in the grand scheme of things, but I just loved that the fact that he was like, I've got my opportunity and I'm going to show it. And I tell you what, when I was doing shows all through the week, I was really worried. I was like, wow, we haven't actually seen what this guy can do in a real game scenario. He's played against freeze fours and fives, or twos, freeze fours and fives, whatever you want to call it. He's never had the opportunity to go up against mono on mono big boys. And he did, and he stepped up, and I'm going to give him respect. And our punter too did his fucking job. And that's disgusting that I'm sat here talking about special teams players making the biggest contribution to this game.
Absolutely. I mean, we just, again, flat, no heart, no intensity. From what I can see, the coaches, again, when you're scared and you have more props to the other team, you have lost this team already. Again, the players, I could see it in their souls that they, especially Brady, right before the end of the first half, he just looked pissed. It's like, you ever been so pissed where you can't even just explode anymore. You just get into what we call that silent rage, where it's like, you know what? I can't even do anything. Again, the defense just, oh God, the defense stunk up the joint. Dean was getting beat, especially with that double end again.
But AJ, me and you've spoken about this 1,000 times, and you don't like the cushion coverage. I don't like the cushion coverage. I call it something slightly different, but it means the same thing. It's creating space between you and the receiver, right?
Yep.
You're more susceptible for double moves because you're going to bite on the first move because you're standing still. You're standing still. A guy's running towards you, and he does that little wiggle with his hips, or even just steps 1 foot out and then steps back inside. You bite on it because you got no choice. When you're backpedaling, it's easier to do because you have you might even miss a step because the moment he shows that little shake and bake, you ain't bit yet because your foot is still going back. You're like, no. He ain't faked me out yet. I'm going to keep pedaling. And when you're stationary, you have to go to the first move. And I've said this time and time again with you. Me and you've had this conversation. I can't understand how this team cannot figure out playing way off only works when you are like, for the sake of argument, third and a bus ride. And we're talking 3rd and 15 and you're camping on the 10. Still wouldn't even put them that far back. I'd put them on the 10 and they've got 5-yard cushion.
Yep.
And if they were 3rd and you want to have something behind you. You need something behind you so you get a read step, react. Instead of this, I'm standing here, I'm reacting on the first, I'm going to bite on the first move because I have to, because I'm so far back.
Yep, and that's what they were doing all game. Every time a 3rd down, they were converting again.
I get it if we're fucking in front, AJ. I get it when we're in front. I don't get it when we're down.
Yeah, exactly.
When we're down, we should be fucking pressing, being aggressive. Look, when the game is fucking lost, there was a point in this game where this game was lost, and it's at halftime. Like, you weren't salvaging this game. I'm sorry. It's pretty fucking obvious you were not salvaging this game. I'll even be nicer. I'll even be nicer than that. When you failed to take that first drive that you got on that fucking 3rd quarter and didn't do jack shit with it, that's when you go, you know what? Let's be fucking so aggressive. If we lose, we fucking lose.
Exactly.
That's been my philosophy in the past because that's my style. I don't care.
Yep.
I want to learn something. I want to know what heart my team's got. And be like, I'm pulling my guys in and go, what do you like? What do you like? What do you want to run? And they'll go, oh, we want to run this. We want to run a cover 2 press. I was like, let's go. Fucking cover 2 press. Don't fuck it up now because you called this shit. Accountability, responsibility. I know I'm talking to like amateurs and stuff like that. I get it. But the thing is, there comes a point where coaching, even at my level, even at my technically it's considered middle school to high school level to you guys.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of level it's kind of at, where the level of, I wouldn't say level of dedication because we're all part-time people and stuff. But the point being is, there comes a point in time where you just go, enough's a fuck enough. Let's do what we do. And if they beat us, fucking fair play to them.
That's
fucking fair play to them. They were the better team. But when you play that cushion coverage, that's a prevent defense. That's not a fucking team that's not a team that's going for the jugular. That's not a team that's trying to win. That's a team that's trying not to lose. Dude, you're already fucking losing. But when does that sink in and go, you know what? Fuck it. We'll press the fucking corners. We'll go cover 2 shout. Boom. And we'll just see what happens. And if they outplay us, they out-fucking play us. Fair play to them. Well done. Respect. Kudos. Boom.
And I'm going to just say this, like, give yourself more credit, because you know why? No matter what level or skill, football, the basics are the basics. If anything, I'm putting more pressure on the professional coaches, because these are professional players. So they are at the best. They are at the top of their game. So the fucking minimum should be not a piece of cake. Now, I understand, like you said, if you're playing a better team, that's different. But this organization right now, they can't even get the fucking basics down. As you said, on defense, go all out. You want to cause chaos at the line of scrimmage for a rookie. if Purdy, because I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen. Purdy's going to play.
Where were the slot blitzes? Where were the nickel blitzes? Where were all this? Look, the thing they've done so well in the past is that they confused their opponent by sending blitzes from all over the shop. All I saw was basic rush, and occasionally they sent Devin White on a trip, and obviously Keanu Neal. Outside of that, I didn't see nothing.
They didn't do a damn thing. And again, I'm sitting here like, where's the jams? Where is all of this? Now, granted, they called a bullshit call on Carlton.
Davis, that was bull.
Because the guy fucking fell. This is something that, you know, just to make this long story short, this is something that if I was defensive coaches all over, they need to send a letter to their people so they can talk to them about that, because that has gone on too far. Where my thing is, if a receiver fucking falls, that should negate anything. If he falls, he falls. You cannot do that. That's the whole point of jamming. The whole point of jamming is disrupting the timing and the receiver and their actions. So, again, they didn't do any of that.
And here's the thing. Like, I've got no problem with them calling that, but it came to a point when it happened to the Buccaneers that they didn't call it. You saw the one play, I can't remember who it was, but someone was full on extended and pushed him away on offensive pass interference, and they were like, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, hang on, you just had a defender called defensive holding, and I wasn't going to argue with it, because I was like, okay, it depends, because I know every refereeing crew is different. So you know that there's an interpretation of the rule. Yes. My rule is clear and obvious. I've gone into I ref occasionally. I hate it. I like to point out anyone who's hired me as a ref. I'm thankful for the money, but I fucking detest doing it. But I do it from my local university, because sometimes we can't get sometimes we can't get referees, and it means they have to forfeit the game, and I'm not going to let that happen. And I get paid. I'm going to try and put it into American here, $75 to do it.
Yeah, not bad.
I get to watch a little bit of football as well, but I suck at doing it because I don't like doing it. I hate it. And I say to both the captains at the time, I was like, I don't believe in pass interference unless it's clear and fucking. I see you dragging a motherfucker down, then I'm calling it.
Right.
But I see a little bit of hand shoving until one person gets shoved on his ass.
Yeah.
Or it's deliberate, like you are shoving him to the ground and the ball's in the air.
Yeah.
Then I'm not going to call that crap.
I agree.
I'm old school, and it's just my style. But that's a defensive player in me. That's all.
No, but it's supposed to be that way, because now, again, this shit right here, I can already see the headlines. Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, beats the GOAT when it's not even like that. Yeah. And that's why I'm not even going to watch the media.
I just want to say something, just to slip this off. Brock Purdy, respect to you. You're a 7th round pick, and you've made this kind of an impact. Respect to you. Your family should be proud. You should be proud. We're not negating that you suck as a human being or anything like that. Right. It's just your experience level should not tally up with this defense.
Right. I'm going to
tell you. There's nothing wrong with that. You play to you, and I wish you all the luck in the world, because you fucking deserve it. You played a heck of a fucking game. Yeah. I wanted to see you broken at one point, if I'm brutally honest. But respect to you for your game. You are a fucking dude. Keep fighting, brother.
Yep, Birdie, good game, but don't let this go to your head. You played against an incompetent staff. So, Purdy, if I were you, I would go, you know what? I would chalk this up as one of those fluke games, because
they didn't have it all done. How many times have you seen like a Josh Freeman, Jameis Winston, Josh McCown?
Yep.
Oh, here's a perfect example for it, other than Winston himself. Ryan Fitzpatrick, he could have 3 games where he looks like a absolute phenomenon. And you're like, oh my God, this Harvard elite. Oh, so don't get me wrong. I had me a Fitzmagic t-shirt with him with the chains on and the Letterman jacket on. I had it. I had a t-shirt with him on. I loved it. I loved life, because I just like the cut of the guy's jib, and that's absolutely fine. But we all know when it's all said and done, what he's going to revert back into.
Yes,
but I would just like ride the pine, ride the enjoyment of this moment, because, hey, it was fun at the time. And that's what he should be like. He should be like, hey, if I can develop into a great quarterback, great. But enjoy your moment, Brock.
Yep.
But it's going to get harder.
It's going to get much harder. And again, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I'm just going to say this. When it comes to the offense, Glazers, this is the time to fire him. You have to fire Byron because you cannot expect
At minimum, fire Byron.
Yeah, and you put Bowles' ass on the hot seat. So basically, if I'm the Glazers, you walk in and say, Byron, get your shit, get the fuck out.
Hey,
Bowles.
AJ, can I ask you something?
What's
Why
up?
would you sign a new coach to a 5-year contract? 5 years. You don't know what he can do yet. Don't get me wrong. He's a fantastic defensive coordinator, but you can tell when the pressure's on, he starts to crumble a little bit, and he messes up on decisions. I'm guessing because I'm not in the rooms or anything like that, but I'm going off the eyeball test on the field because I never want to criticize the coaching staff too much because I'm not in the rooms and stuff. So that's my vibe. But I'm going with my eyeball test, and my eyeball test is telling me this guy can't handle the real situations. And when he's asked about those real situations, he lies out of his back teeth. And we know that because he turned around and said, we played for overtime, yet Tom Brady still threw 2 passes.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why I'm the person where I go, oh, no, fuck that. You get paid too much money to think that you're untouchable. I'm going to call out your staff because I'm going to say, hey, judging by the past 10 games, I can see. And if I can see that, here's the problem. When I can see that, and like you said, if I'm not even in the room and I can see this shit, what makes you think about coaches that are in the same league that can't study you, that doesn't adjust? Again, I like to call them out because, again, he does those asinine conversations at the podium, him and Byron. Byron never likes to answer.
He laughed it off, doesn't he? Apparently, yes. Byron's been asked questions and he just sniggers and
yes, and that's what
arrogance.
And it's like, how the fuck are you arrogant and you're trash? See, this is why I couldn't be a journalist in there, because I'd be like, what are you snickering about? Your team is 6-7. You have Tom Brady.
Do you know what? That's exactly what I would say. I'd say, Byron, do you think it's funny that your team is 6-6, or you're 6 in this, or you're 6-7, or whatever that there've been hang on, there was a point when you just lost, Byron, you just lost to the Browns. You came off a great win, and you're snickering at me and at the rest of us like we're idiots. Because I think sometimes you got to ask an informative question, because that's how you embarrass somebody. You've got to ask a question that makes them go, "Oh shit, I dropped the fucking ball." Exactly. And a lot of these guys, I mean, I'm not saying I could do better. I really don't, because I've not been in their worlds. But because there's probably a level of etiquette you've got to follow and stuff like that. But I would honestly turn around. Don't put me in that room, because I would turn around and say something like that. It's like, why are you snickering? We're 6-7. 6-7. We just got a nose broken, and you're smiling.
Yeah. Oh no, I would be in that room because I would be better. And it's not because the thing is, simplicity is some of the greatest gifts known to man. And that is what's going on. The offense is too simple, but it's not creative. I would have things where I'm utilizing. Again, I don't get if you see that they're fucking doubling Evans, somebody's open. It's a common sense thing. If you see that they're doing something here in this scheme, it's something open. Again, they're not taking advantage.
And Brady started to get onto it when he started to hit Chris Godwin a bit more, and he started to hit Julio Jones a bit more, but it was just too freaking late.
It was too late. And again, there is no sense of urgency. You sit there stuck. Again, when you're down 14-0, up the tempo, that's when you go, okay, from here, we're going to do a no huddle. Now, my thing was, again, your job, Fournette, chip. Your job is to chip. And Rachaad White is not a bad chipper. Did you see how he chipped?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the chipping. I'm talking about the chipping.
Blocking was good. See, for me, chipping is about chipping. Yes, chipping to me is chipping as a running back. I used to tell these kids this. It's about chipping away the ego, because that linebacker
ain't going to get you.
Yes, that linebacker is not going to like that. And when they get knocked on
that guy, you get back up and say, "No, sir," right in his fucking face. And he's going to be like,
Yep. Or this is what I would say: get that shit out of here, bitch. Take your ass back to the huddle. Because then, if they want to argue with me, that's when I have them. Because instead of them,
get your ass out of here and nothing.
Yes, because when a player is more concerned on making a play for himself rather than the team, you got him out of the game.
AJ, if I ever become my head coach, I'm hiring you as my offensive coordinator.
I'm telling you, this is what
I can't pay you. I can't pay you, but I'm
going to show you. It's a prime example of how to utilize talent. Again, it would be different if Byron Leftwich was playing with a bunch of 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round receivers. You have fucking future Hall of Famers on
Mike Evans.
Yes, Mike Evans, Julio Jones. You have Chris Godwin, who has the potential. You have Russell Gage. You have Cade Otton, who is a sleeper because I guarantee you the 49ers came in. All they came in here and said is, we're going to double Evans. We're going to stop the run. Game over. They didn't even think if you
Do you
even
think they
told
thought, hey, AJ, just to think, sorry to stop you, miss. Do you think they were going to win like this?
I didn't think they were going to win like this.
Do you think they thought they were going to win like this? Because I don't think
not at all.
I thought they think they were going to have a close game where they win like, I don't know, 21 to 14
or some shit. I'm gonna tell you this: it got to the point where they started having fun. That's why, when they started having fun in the second quarter, that's when I knew this game was done. I literally was in the bar talking to my uncle and my buddy, and said, this game is washed, because I saw that. I saw McCaffrey when he broke that free run again. There was no physicality on the defense today, and again, you're supposed to be putting your shoulder into fucking McCaffrey's ribs. You're supposed to be slamming him to the ground. You're supposed to be giving him the blues, and nothing. They just fell on him again. When they did that, that's why the game got bad as it did. Because
AJ, I got to jump off for a split second. I will come back. I'm just going to ask you a quick question while I can just jump off for a split second because I got to deal with my son. Tell me, look, we know Tom Brady and we have been hitting the coaching hard in. Give me your things that you didn't like from Tom Brady, because we know there was some stuff that he didn't do too well. I'm going to jump off for a split second, brother. I'll be back in about 2 minutes.
Okay. For me, I got you. For me, if you're Brady, I would just say this: if you're scared to get hit, then you don't need to play anymore. That's the point of this game. I know you want to save yourself and you want to keep your body in shape, but it ain't time for that anymore, man. You got to let these plays, you got to read through these fucking progressions, man. That's what it's about. There are plays to be made. You can't worry about getting hit. Again, if that is the case, then you need to ride the bench and let somebody else come in. But again, Brady, you just got to let it. You just can't do that. And if you feel like you need to get the ball out faster because you are worried about your safety or the line, then that's where you need to. Now, unfortunately, I'm still going to go back to Byron. That's where you got to call the fucking right plays to make it happen. But you're going to have to do that, Brady. You're going to have to get tough. You're going to have to find a way. This is the time now where Brady, and I was just saying, he has got to just say, he should be like Glazers. If you want to keep him around, I'm going to make my own decisions at this point.
I would love. We've seen with Bob Kraft in the past, and we know that Bill Belichick wasn't keen on keeping Tom. And him and we've all known that there's kind of like this, the son I never had kind of vibe from Bob Kraft and Tom Brady, and he always got re-signed. He always got this and whatever. This comes to a point where I'd love to see Tom Brady go, look, we got the talent, we got this, we got that, we got this. I want to know what you're willing to do to keep me on this team, and what you're willing to do to make the sustainability of this Buccaneer future. Because if you're just here to make money, you can do that being a losing team. That's fine.
Right. I'll leave. That's
and I'll go because I'm a free agent. But if you want to keep me, tell me what you want to do. And by then, they'll just turn around and go, Brady, what do you think I'll do? Let's face it, they're going to say something on that. Look, there's an offensive coordinator out there who's super savvy. You just look at Miami right now. I'm going to be brutally honest here. I didn't rate their offensive coordinator, and I did not rate their quarterback. And I'm not saying I never made bold statements or anything like that. It was just like a feeling of mine, and I discussed it with friends, or I may have said something on the show or something like that. I never kind of made a bold statement about it. It kind of makes me eat my own fucking words right now. He's a good fucking coach right now, and he's a good fucking quarterback. And it just goes, sometimes you have to marry the quarterback with the offensive coordinator. You just got to make sure you get the right guy. I'm not saying he's the future. This could be 1 year. This could just be 1 year. But they've done everything in their power. The Miami Dolphins have done everything in their power to make that offense work. And it happened.
Amen. They have, but it, you know what else goes with it? The coordinator believes in his squad. If you look at the Miami, if you look at Shanahan, look at what Shanahan did today. He believed in the quarterback. He called plays again to help his quarterback. You didn't see him always taking deep shots. He took the right. He took they. This is what I guarantee you Shanahan called. Play to what the defense gives you. If they want to give you
And we
cushion,
gave a lot.
yes, if you see that they're giving you a lot of cushion, we're going to design plays where there's going to be a pocket open. You make that happen. Okay, we're not going to put you in harm's way. We believe in you. We believe in you to win this game. Bowles didn't have that. Bowles came out with the, hey guys, we just don't want to get beat bad. We don't want to look bad. Byron came out with, hey guys, let's just survive. That's how they both played.
That sounds like something I said. That's actually my key phrase at work. I go to work and they're like, "Slick out." They don't call me Slick, but they probably call me Steve. Actually, and they go, "Steve, how are you today?" And I'm like, "Just surviving."
Yeah,
Just surviving.
and you can't have that attitude.
I'm getting through my 9 to 5 or whatever you want to
Yeah,
call it.
you can't have that. And again, at this point, as a Bucks fan, what the Glazers got to be wondering, what the fuck do we have to look into? Like, I don't want to go into this game. I mean, can you imagine we play against the Bengals next week, and that's a high-powered offense.
Dude, I said from the get-go, the Buccaneers need to convert one of these two games, and then they need to go undefeated. That's bare minimum. Bare minimum. If you want to, like, this is why this game was a measuring stick. This game was a measuring stick because this is the kind of teams you're going to play in the playoff. And yeah, okay, you can say it's in San Fran. You don't have that much of a point differential if you're at home. Seriously, I don't care what anyone says.
No, not at all. And you come out this way, I have nothing really like this is a really bad football team. Not a this is a bad football team now. And it's embarrassing because you have the GOAT here and he has never had to endure shit like this.
I'm squandered, brother.
Squander. But this is why I'm for the most part, I'm not putting this on Brady. You can't. The coach
I'm going to put a little bit. I'm going to be devil advocate on this. I'm going to put a little bit on Brady because there was moments where he could have done things better. What he wasn't the reason we lost. You know when I weigh up a loss, I look at everything that went wrong.
Yep.
Okay. There were some dodgy refereeing calls. There were.
Yes.
I can at least think of 3 of them off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And I don't even think the first one, the one that was on Keanu Neal, was that bad because, to be honest, he led with the helmet. I'm fine with it. I could take that as a penalty because that's what the refereeing crews are down to do. I wish his technique was better because I teach, and I would love to be a fly on the football wall and I know what their tackling technique is because me personally, I coach near foot, near shoulder. We're a shoulder tackling team, which means I step my near foot towards your shoulder or your pec, your hip, and I'm gauging the arms, I'm wrapping up, which means my head always ends up on the other side of your body.
Yep.
And I don't like the fact that he led with the head, but I think it was incidental. I don't think it was purpose.
No, he was.
But I get why they called it. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because there was a lot worse shit than that. Believe you me.
It was.
The one on Davis was way worse. It was way dirtier. And to be honest, there was stuff that I saw that players do in pass coverage that I was like, well, why is that not called? And they're like, it's not called. And I'm like, but how? You just called something earlier that was barely anything. That was just some patty cake fucking hand shit.
Right. They kind of calls these
games. Helping. He can't fucking stay on his fucking feet properly.
Right. And the league,
he's gonna be fucking Bambi. He deserves to be on his ass.
Yep. And the league has got to get this under hold because they wonder why you have conspiracy theorists come out and be like, well, the fucking game was rigged. This is how it was. And with these bullshit calls, it's like this, like you said, every call just happened to go into the favor of the 49ers on so many levels. And again,
AJ, I just want the whole world to know we're not blaming the referee.
Nope, we're not blaming the
We're
ref.
not blaming the referees. We're saying there was dodgy shit happening.
Yep.
This team was not fucking good enough. So
No,
I want to reiterate that enough because I might have
it's not about the
I
refs.
went a little bit. I went a little bit hard on the England football team because I'm a naughty boy and I got a lot of shit.
Right.
I got a lot of shit. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
Oh, brother.
I can respect that.
I got told I should be ashamed of myself. It was funny though.
No, yeah.
Did you ever see the unadulterated post?
Yes, I saw it.
Yeah. I spoke to my wife, obviously being a woman. I was like, how does that make you feel? And I was like, seriously, if you turn around to me and say that was a little too harsh, because I deleted it. I deleted it because I listened to somebody else and I was like, okay, maybe that was a bit too much. But I just want everyone to know, in the UK, when England lose a soccer match, domestic violence rises by 20%.
Damn.
That means there are guys who go out drinking, go home and beat their partners because their fucking football team lost. Do you know what I did when my football team lost?
What?
I turned to my wife and went, this sucks.
Yeah.
This fucking sucks. And she went, yeah, I know.
Right.
And that was it. And I was like, it's a fucking game. Like,
right.
Don't get me wrong, I'm passionate about it. Me and you are passionate about it, but I don't need to fucking manifest that in a physical way.
Nah.
That's what this is for.
No, yeah. I sit back and I analyze, assess through my mind. I'm a little quiet, but I'm not gonna be like, fuck you, get out of my face. No, I get quiet. But when I'm quiet, I'm just assessing. Am I pissed? Yes. But I'm assessing on what went wrong so I can make sure when I make my statements, it's not just off of pure emotion, it's logic behind it. And I can say that, yeah. And I that is an awful thing.
You're definitely a logical dude.
Yes.
You're more heartfelt than me. You're more heartfelt than me, but you're pretty damn logical. Because the thing is, I think the original plan of the aftermath was that me and you would collide with each other because I'm super logical and you're more like kind of heart on the sleeve. But the thing is, we both agree with each other, so it just ends up me like I remember we were discussing how we're going to build this show. And I was like, it's going to be like kind of the Tampa Bay version of like Skip and Shannon, and me and you are just agreeing with each other. We have a few disagreements, but we don't get heated on it because at the end of the day, there's no reason to.
We're football fundamentalists. That's the whole thing. When you are a football fundamentalist and you see what's completely wrong with the team, you can't go to that. See, that's why sometimes it's hard to watch Shannon and Skip because, like you said, I can see where it's like, okay,
for the show.
Yeah, you're doing this for the show, but it's pissing me off because now you got people who don't know the game fundamentally. They're gonna take your word as gospel.
Dude, I'll tell you one thing. If Tom Brady and fucking Shannon Sharp walk into the same room, Shannon Sharp's gonna shake his hand and say, "You're a fucking dude. You're the goat. You're the man. You're the fucking everything." I can guarantee you, he says that. Even if he says he doesn't.
Exactly.
Because Tom Brady is. There's no disagreement. There's no conversation where he's not.
Right. And that's where it's just the frustrating part because you have this GOAT. You have this guy on there. And we're not saying that Brady's perfect.
This coaching staff, well done. And I'm just sorry. I can see AJ's like, oh, God, he's interrupted me again.
No, you're
coaching
fine.
Staff, me and AJ got something to say. You are now about to be the first coaching staff to squander, and I mean this, squander a NFL Hall of Fame talent in the name of nothing. Figure it out. Next game better be fucking lights out. Because AJ, I was looking at this game and I was like, you know what? I've been saying to you all these weeks, maybe they're holding something back. I don't think they're holding nothing back. I think this is it.
No, this is what you're gonna get, and this is why, if I'm the Glazers, you have to act now. And I'm praying that it does, but
I don't see it happening. But I think I pray to God that it does happen in the offseason.
Yes. Oh no, I already know it's gonna happen in the offseason. But the thing is, it's gonna be the damage that's done. Because let's just be real with the Panthers. Oh yeah, exactly. With the Panthers winning, that doesn't help because they are only a game behind us. Why do you want this shit to be interesting? Now, in hindsight, from the logic, this was a game that we could lose because of the division. Again, now we do need to beat the Bengals. You want to beat the Bengals, and like you said, you want to win out after this. We can only take one loss, and it's just the way we lost. If you would have lost
you know what? If we lost by like less than 10 points, I think we'd all sit here going, "Oh," and it depends on the final score. I mean, if the final score is 32 to 22, we'll go, okay, well, the Buccaneers put more points than they normally put up. Yep. That's not bad. We can take that. I mean, the biggest argument would be that the defense gave up so many points, but at the same time,
you fought.
We can stomach something because we've seen something more. But I tell you what, the hardest part was whenever, like, I was watching Greg Olsen, the way he was talking, and I have to agree. I don't like the guy because he's an ex-division rival, but he's such an intelligent dude. And he was like, if I'm the Buccaneers, I just want to play football that just exemplifies who I am and get something, get some movement going, get some chemistry. And I was like, yes, I agree with every single word you're saying. Did we do it?
Yeah. No, we didn't do a damn thing. Again, this is why, so I want him gone, but I know that's not going to happen. So again, like you said, we just got to ride with him out. But Byron, to you just need to put your ego aside and understand that this is bigger than you. If you really want a shot at this, because Byron, if you really want a shot at being a coach, this is it.
Stop laughing at people.
Yeah, stop laughing at people, and then stop saying the dumbest shit. Data doesn't matter. Yes, the fuck it does.
It matters to everyone in the room that's fucking talking about it, because guess what? Guess when these people come in and they ask these questions, these are, I would say the best way of putting it is, this is the vibe of the fans. So they're asking what fans are thinking.
Yep.
And you're laughing in the face of the fans when you turn around and just laugh it out. And here we go.
And this is
the king of Leftwich out is on my on my right. So
yes, amen. And then again, it's a disrespect to the not just to the media, but to the fans. Again, I would literally love to talk to Byron, because I'd be like, first of all, we'd be throwing hands, but I'd be like looking at him like, Byron, why the fuck do you scoff at something? Because here's the thing with a lot of these ex-players, what a lot of these ex-player turned coaches do, I played the game. Yeah, you did. But you were shit when you played the game. You was trash. You was some ass. That's like, Byron, statistically, you weren't good. So again, that shows me, what the fuck are you even doing here? You have no position to laugh and scoff at people. There were people who just didn't get the same opportunity and blessings as you. So you should count your blessings and understand, okay, I understand what people are saying. So this is what should happen, not laugh at people. This isn't fantasy. Motherfucker, you have a fantasy team. You have Madden-esque players and calibers, and you simplify it with this bullshit schemes. So don't tell me that you know what you're doing, because you don't. You got in there because Bruce Arians, he's your guy.
He went to bat
for you. He went to bat for you. If anything, you're making him look like a fool, because that's another thing. I'd be like, Byron, again, like you said, you think this is funny that you're 6-7? You think this is funny?
You're 6-7 with Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, an aging but still decent Julio Jones. You have because I was about to say LaShawn McCoy.
No, I know what you mean.
You have Leonard Fournette. You have this rookie who's emerging. You have a tight end who's emerging, and you're there chuckling at us like we're fucking idiots.
Right. And then if I could see him trying to say something like, well, they're doubling Evans. Okay, you don't know how to find a way to still get your primary receiver.
Carr could find a fucking way, and he was dog shit too.
Exactly. Or wait a minute, you mean to tell me? Okay, let's say I'll take your word. They're doubling Evans. Somebody's open.
You only have 11 players on the field, and 4 of them are engaged in something.
Exactly. If you see that they're doubling Mike Evans, this is Scotty Miller time. Stretch the damn field. You find ways.
AJ, I've said, and I'm a big advocate of this, and I know you are on my side on this. How many times do you see us run outbreaking routes?
Not enough.
Barely. There's so many times I saw the leverage where I know everything's reversed. So I'm like,
no, I know what you mean.
Right. So we got this cat's like, you see this. This is where you want to go. Because this guy's going to make a ball. He's going to make up grass. He has to make up yards, which means if he doesn't see it and you can turn on a dime, it's over. It's not even close.
It's over.
We don't utilize the fucking width of the field.
And you have speed receivers in Scotty. You have Perriman.
Brother, the width of field stays the same.
Yep.
From down 1 to touchdown. It stays exactly the same. It doesn't get no shorter. But guess what does get shorter? What real estate gets shorter? As you go down the field, that real estate gets shorter and shorter and shorter.
Yep.
So when you've got a Tom Brady who's not 100% comfortable with his offensive line, which he's not, it's clearly obvious because he throws that ball way too early. Guess what? Those routes aren't developing and no one's catching the ball. And guess what? Your red zone offense sucks that much. I wonder why. Could it be the fact that you try to stretch the ball vertically down the field? You have no run game, and your quarterback is scared to throw the football for more than a couple of seconds. It might be that. But hang on. If you went super quick, you went 1 yard slant or 0 yard slant. You went 5 yard this, 5 yard that, 5 yard that, 5 yard in, 5 yard out, boom, 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 boom. And then we're going to get into the AJ sexy stuff because I know AJ's got sexy stuff. AJ's got this sexy stuff where you got this guy who chips and he's going to chip and he's going to chip. And guess what? Next time he chips, you don't chip. You ain't going to chip because you don't need a chip. You go get out, get it. You got you a touchdown. Guess what? Well, not only that, we're going to play a bit more with this. We're going to play with a little. Wyatt is a defensive coach that plays Mickey Mouse football in the UK telling you this because I don't know. But here's the thing. You have tight ends. You got 2 great blocking tight ends. You got 2 great blocking tight ends and catch the football because they keep catching the fucking football. They only drop the football when the ball's thrown badly. Have you noticed that?
Yep, I noticed it. I noticed it as well.
And Keith only drop the ball when they get shitty balls thrown to them. So that tells me they can catch the fucking football. This is when you play with them. This is when you move them out. This is when you get them to come up, hit that linebacker, block, allow your guys to climb up field. Oh, guess what? We're going to do that, but we're going to fake it because we're going to go play action. You see him release. You see him going straight running for that guy, and then he turns in or he turns out. Boom, touchdown.
Amen.
Simple fucking shit that you only have to add. It's lightning game.
And amen. And then play actions. I'm going to fuck you up. Here's my thing. Okay. Mike Evans, you're going to do a mid slant. K. Dotton, you're going to go this way. Or if I want to be funky with it, because I know you have the speed to beat that linebacker, I'm going to have you run the seam. Boom. Fake play action, because then they're not going to see that. They're going to assume you're going to do a simple run. Boom. And
how many double moves have you seen this team? Oh, we don't do double moves because by the time we've done a double move, Tom Brady's already thrown it because he's worried about getting hit because our offensive line can't do it because we're a vertical passing game.
Yep. Again, and I tell people it's not that the line is that bad. It's just when your plays are anticipated, it makes the job much easier. I tell people Brady is not. Y'all act like Brady's been sacked 40 times. I think he's like in top 5 of not being sacked the most, or he gets the ball out quick. Yeah, I get that. But at the same time, when you're predictable, things like that are going to happen. When defenses don't have to, they know what you're doing. That's what's going to happen. Again,
when good defenses, still a good defense. This is still a good defense. When good defenses know what you're going to do, when you're going up against good defenses, they're going to. And no defense in the National Football League. We can say they suck, but realistically, you put them against any college team, they're going to do their
they're going to dominate. Right.
So no team is a sucky team. We say suck because it sounds good and it comes off the ear and whatever. But no team actually 100% sucks.
No.
What happens is they're just outbeaten by a better team. And that's okay.
An
outcoached. The Buccaneers team is playing with a academy Imagine, I'm gonna paint a picture for you here, AJ, because I'm getting excited. I'm enjoying myself.
Yep.
I drank way too much, to be brutally honest with you, because I got to the second quarter. I was like 1.5 beers in. By the time I got to the fourth quarter, I'm like 5 to 6 beers in. I'm like, yeah, this is too much. Right. So let me break this down. You've built this beautiful movie.
Mm-hmm.
Best movie anyone's ever seen. You're nominated for everything. Nominated. And then all of a sudden this dog shit fucking movie gets everything because they're this dog shit team. That's the Buccaneers right now.
Yeah, they're the Buccaneers, and
weekend through.
Yep, a weekend through, and I would just love after this. I'm gonna because I'm gonna cut it short in a minute, but I would love to just hear what they're
Yeah,
gonna.
we're in the hour mark, brother. We gotta cut loose anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and watch. I'm gonna eat first because, like you said, I've had like 9 drinks.
What you been eating, brother? Because I seen you taking a few.
I was eating a few fries, but I'm just gonna get.
I thought you had some chicken.
Yeah,
Lily the tenders.
No, I'm gonna get a burger and yeah, because that was a nauseating experience. Again, I'm gonna be making my video later on, guys. At AJ Turn.
Hey, it's about bucking time. Check this motherfucker out. This guy has some fucking content. He's my boy. He's my bro host. And before I let him go, because I know he needs to go. He's got shit to do. I've always done something, and I've never had a chance to do this with you. So I thought, I got him here. I'm going to do it. I call it my 2-minute offense or 2-minute drill. 2-minute drill. And I'm just going to reel off a load of questions. You just go, first thing that comes to your mind, it doesn't matter. Juice or soda?
Soda.
Greatest running back of all time?
Walter Payton.
Nice. College or NFL?
NFL.
Greatest NFL moment?
Rondé Barber picking 6 and McNabb.
Okay. Who did you want in this year's draft for your Buccaneers?
And
if you don't know his name,
I forgot. I just wanted another edge rusher.
Another edge rusher. Okay, cool. Best current Buck on the squad?
Right now, it would be Mike Evans still.
Best candy?
Chocolate cookies.
Coors Light or Bud Light?
Coors.
You gotta pick one. Pick one.
Coors.
I mean, I'll go Miller, but I'll go Miller myself. Who will get the first pick of the draft this year?
The third pick?
First
pick, Texans.
Sum up Buccaneers fans in a couple of words.
Damn it, Tampa, what the fuck?
Love that. Okay. Best burger place. Is it BK? Is it Wendy's? Is it McDonald's? You got to go somewhere quick. It's got to be quick. And you can't be local. It's got to be quick. Commercial.
Checkers.
Okay, cool. How far would this Buccaneers team go? So I wrote this down for a different person I was interviewing. Is the Browns, and I'm like, how far will the Browns go? And I'm like, how far will the Buccaneers go? How far will the Buccaneers go, Buff?
As far as their shitty coaches take them.
Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, Thursday Night Football. Which sucks? Which rules?
Thursday night sucks. Sunday night rules.
And what is your game day snack?
Wings.
Nice. I never got into wings. I can't deal with. I mean, I don't mind bones, but I like fiddling. I feel like I'm playing a flute or some shit.
Yeah, it stimulates the brain.
I love it. AJ, always a pleasure, never a chore, brother. Get the fuck out of here. Get some bench presses going. Let me know what your personal best is, and get that content out. And we will see what you're doing. And I'll see you on the aftermath tomorrow, brother.
My man. Yep. You too, dude.
Yeah, man.
Y'all yes, sir. Care. Yes, sir.
God bless.
He's buff and he's the stuff.
He is the stuff. He's our funky stuff. He's there like, I'm going.